Welcome back. So if you've been tracking the intense agentic coding race between Cursor, GitHub Copilot, and, well, the rest of the field, what happened on May 19th demands your immediate attention. Google just released Antigravity 2.0, and honestly, calling it a massive leap forward might actually be an understatement. We're looking at a fundamental shift in how software engineering is going to be done.
Google didn't just ship an update, they redrew the map. I mean, that quote perfectly captures what we're looking at today. Antigravity 2.0 is not merely an IDE refresh. It's definitely not just a fresh coat of paint on a smart text editor. What Google has actually done here is execute a foundational pivot. They are actively moving the whole industry away from simple AI-assisted coding, where you just prompt an autocomplete engine, and pointing us directly toward multi-agent orchestration. It's an entirely new core development model.
Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The agent orchestration paradigm shift. 2. The Antigravity developer toolkit. 3. Powered by Gemini Flash. 4. Building your first app. And 5. Crucial deadlines and warnings.
All right, starting with Section 1, the agent orchestration paradigm shift.
To truly understand this release, we really have to look at Google's strategic departure from the past. You see, Antigravity 1.0, which came out late last year, gave you a capable single-agent AI autocomplete inside a familiar VS Code fork. But it was pretty limited in scope. Antigravity 2.0 cuts all ties with that 1.0 architecture. It's been built entirely from the ground up as a standalone desktop application explicitly designed to support directing parallel agents. So instead of manually prompting an engine line by line, your new workflow is all about directing continuous, multi-agent background processes to actually build out your vision.
And a prime example of this massive shift is the new Scheduled Tasks feature. Now, this is one of those additions that might seem kind of small at first glance, but it's actually revolutionary. In the past, you had to prompt your agent every single time you wanted it to do something, right? Well, now you can set up a task just once, schedule it, and that agent becomes a continuous background process, automating your workloads without you lifting a single finger. Combine that with the newly integrated native voice commands, which, by the way, aligns perfectly with the voice tech Google is pushing out to Gmail and Docs, and the amount of manual typing and prompting you have to do just drops drastically.
Moving on to Section 2, the Antigravity Developer Toolkit.
So the core pitch, taking an idea and shipping it, that remains the same. But your surface area to actually do that has totally exploded into 5 major touchpoints. You've got the desktop app as your primary visual hub. Then there's a lightning-fast Go-based CLI that completely replaces the old Gemini CLI. You also have an SDK for custom agent hosting, managed APIs for direct Gemini access, and an enterprise platform for full Google Cloud integration. And what's really brilliant here is that the desktop app and the CLI run on the exact same underlying agent harness. That means whenever Google ships an enhancement to the core agents, it lands on both surfaces automatically. You don't have to choose one and worry about missing out on updates to the other.
Now, if you're working on the back end, the managed agents in the Gemini API is where you're going to be spending your time. Check this out. With a single API call, you can spin up an agent that reasons, uses tools, and executes code right inside its own isolated Linux environment. But the real magic here, it's the persistence. When you interact, it creates an environment that you can actually resume later. Your file states and environments stay completely intact between turns. No more frustrating resets. Plus, you can easily extend these agents using simple markdown files to give them custom skills.
Okay, Section 3, powered by Gemini Flash. To orchestrate all these parallel agents simultaneously, you need a very specific kind of engine. The entire Antigravity 2.0 ecosystem defaults to the Gemini 3.5 Flash model. Now, Google notes that this model actually beats 3.1 Pro on most benchmarks, but the absolute most important metric here is speed. Gemini 3.5 Flash is roughly 4 times quicker than other frontier models currently on the market. 4 times! And in a multi-agent orchestration platform, raw speed isn't just a nice-to-have, right? It's literally a structural requirement. And this brilliantly illustrates why that speed matters so much. Let's talk latency. A mere 200 millisecond latency difference per API call? Well, that might not seem like much in a standard single-agent chat window, but when you have 10 parallel agents firing off API calls simultaneously, model latency doesn't just stay put. It stacks up incredibly fast. That tiny 200 millisecond delay quickly compounds into multi-second lag, totally bogging down your entire background operation. By optimizing for pure speed with 3.5 Flash, Google ensures that the orchestration layer stays perfectly fluid.
Which brings us to Section 4, building your first app.
So let's look at how you'd actually use this to build a fast API backend with an HTML and JS frontend to do app completely from scratch. Step 1. You download the app and begin the onboarding process. Crucially, when asked about your agent mode, you absolutely want to select review-driven development. This is the recommended setting because it allows the agent to move autonomously, but it requires your explicit approval before executing any meaningful code changes, so it keeps you safely in the driver's seat. Step 2, you open your folder workspace, which immediately drops you into the agent manager. You can kind of think of the agent manager as your central mission control for all agent activity. Then, step 3, you hit start conversation. For a multi-file project like our to-do app, you just select plan mode, feed it your prompt, and then let the agents go to work.
Now, as the agents run, they don't just blindly write code and hope for the best. They generate artifacts for you to review in real time right within the agent manager. We're talking task lists, detailed implementation plans, and code diffs. You review these artifacts, add a few comments if you need the agent to pivot, and then just hit approve. Once approved, you can literally watch the files generate live in the editor tab. Your main.py, your index.html, your requirements.txt, all coming to life. After it's built, you just grab the execution command from the agent's walkthrough artifact, run it locally, and boom! Your Fast API app is live on localhost. It is an incredibly fluid feedback.
All right, finally, Section 5, Crucial Deadlines and Warnings.
As exciting as this new paradigm is, we need to talk about some vital architectural realities and hard deadlines that you absolutely must plan for today. Let's start with the big one, the deadline. June 18, 2026. This is a hard, absolute cutoff for the Gemini CLI for AI Pro, AI Ultra, and free tier users. Listen closely, this is not a gentle rolling deprecation phase. If your team relies on CI pipelines or scripts constructed using the old Gemini CLI, you've got an urgent migration on your hands. You literally must transition to the new Go-based Antigravity CLI before that date, or your pipelines are going to break. For sure, treat this as an immediate priority.
Next up, let's talk about a couple of architectural gotchas you really need to design around. First, managed sessions expire. While state does persist between turns within a single session, the sessions themselves do not persist forever. You have to consult the interactions API documentation for session TTL and explicitly build session expiry handling right into your long-running workflows. Trust me, if you don't, you're going to hit a wall mid-process. Second, parallel agents are, by design, strictly isolated from one another. If you have multiple agents accessing the exact same codebase, they cannot natively see each other's file changes. So what does that mean? You have to deliberately architect a common layer to route outputs between them. You absolutely cannot assume shared context right out of the box.
So I want to leave you with this question, and it's based on that absolutely jaw-dropping keynote demo from Google I/O. Varun Mohan stood on stage, spun up Antigravity's parallel agents, and had them build a working operating system core entirely from scratch. He did it for under $1,000 in compute costs, and then seamlessly ran a live Doom clone right on top of it. No way, right? But it proved that this underlying infrastructure is incredibly powerful and very, very real as we transition from single-agent autocomplete to full-scale parallel orchestration. How will this multi-agent automation redefine your day-to-day engineering role? It's a question every developer needs to be asking themselves right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.